Good morning, health and happiness team. So I was thinking about this whole thing about weight loss. And, for a lot of people, um, when we talk to new clients and we say, okay, what are your top goals? What is it that you really would like to have by trying Plexus? A lot of people, because they know we are so focused on gut health, we know the importance of having a healthy gut balance. It'll come out, well, I'm interested in gut health. I want to just be overall more healthy, and weight loss would be a good thing also. So let me tell you, 5 years ago, um, 5 years ago when I started this, I was 30 pounds heavier. I had weight to lose, but I wasn't thinking weight loss. When Angela came to me, Angela Harry, our upline sapphire, when she came and said, hey, I see that you have a blood sugar issue. You're pre-diabetic is what you were telling people. Would you try this product? Now at that time, my thought was that all of my health concerns, my aging was the culprit. I thought because I was getting older, my metabolism didn't work anymore. Because I was getting older and I was still eating all of the junk as if I was a kid, I wasn't moving as much, my blood sugar was going up. I didn't connect everything to the fact that my gut was out of balance. Okay. Now, the thing is that people come to us as ambassadors and say, I want to lose weight. Now, the fact is that I ate horribly starting in my young ages, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My mom was, she was a waitress. So we were living on a very low income. And we ate dessert. We were addicted to sugars and desserts, and we loved it. We ate processed foods, hot dogs and mac and cheese from the box, and a lot of breads, sandwiches, kind of stuff. Being in that pattern, by the time I hit my 20s and 30s, I was eating poorly, a lot of processed foods all the time. I had great genes from my family, and so I stayed thin. Yep, pretty much my friends hated me for it. And they would always throw that out, wait till you turn 30, wait till you turn 40, saying that I was going to hit a place where I started gaining weight. Didn't happen until about 41 or 42. And I'm going to tell you that to me was the beginning of the perimenopause. And a bunch of you are starting to experience it and haven't figured it out yet. I was 38 when that started. So hormones start shifting. My metabolism started slowing down, so I couldn't eat like I had been. Okay, so let's talk then about this whole weight loss issue at this point. I did the health coaching through the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, and a lot of that had to do with, let's talk about weight. And the suggestions by all of the teachers are this: move more, eat more vegetables, drink more water, and sleep better. If you're doing those 4 things, you are going to start seeing some changes. You're going to start feeling a little bit better. You're going to have a little more energy. Well, we know that that's a difficult thing to do in the world that we live in. We're fast-paced. We're working a lot more hours than probably they did years ago. We aren't eating as healthy. So what do we do about this? We have people that want to lose weight now. Well, here's the best thing. Plexus has given us products that are going to support those things. When we start taking the supplements, we're increasing our control over cravings because we're getting our gut balanced. We're balancing our sugars, which helps to stop some of those cravings and the snacking that we need. We're eliminating properly because we're on BioCleanse. So, our Triplex is doing a great thing for that. But now our company is saying, let's branch out. We can do gut health, we can do inflammation, we can do blood sugar balance, and now we can start really focusing on things that are going to work towards balancing or not balancing, but getting our weight challenges under control. So in that first 6 or 7 months that I started Plexus, I had great results. The great results were I recognized I didn't want the sweets as much, and so I listened to my body. A lot of people don't. They feel like they don't need it as much, but they still continue to eat it anyway. And losing weight when you're still doing the same things over and over, it's not going to work. But I wanted to talk specifically about some of these fads. Right now, the biggest thing is keto, intermittent fasting, no carbs, low carbs, all of those different things. And honestly, that's what they are. They are fads. We are all individuals. And so the school that I went through talks a lot about bio-individual beings, or bio-individuality, okay? Keto might work for one person, but it might not work for another. Someone else can, they can drink milkshakes all day long where somebody else is lactose intolerant. So we don't want to just throw out these terms and these fads and these theories and say, this is what you have to do. And it's going to be the same thing with Plexus. I'm not just going to pull up my pink drink and go, this is what you have to do if you want to lose weight. We now have this line of products. We now have balance, that if somebody wants to help with that absorption and cut down the rate of which they're absorbing those carbs, we have balance that we can offer to them. We have active. What a great product that is for, if you've been working out and you want a recovery drink, if you want that focus, if you want just a boost of energy, I love Active mixed with my Slim. We have Hunger Control Slim. We have the lean protein shakes. Love, love, love them. So I want to give just my little 2 cents on this. I reached my goal weight 5 years ago, and I've maintained it. I don't do any crazy extreme diets. I don't give up all sugars and all carbs. I just know that during the week, I'm doing my best. And if I make a mistake, I don't beat myself up about it. I don't throw it all to the wind and go, fine, I'm just going to eat whatever I want anyway. But, excuse me, what I do know, I went away, so I went to convention. I didn't eat very well there. I was eating a lot of processed foods. Came back, I was here for about 5 days. Then I went to California for a wedding. Didn't eat very well. Again, I'm not at home cooking my own foods. And so I came back and I was probably about 6 pounds heavier than before I left for convention. It doesn't matter if you weigh 100 pounds, 200 pounds, 300 pounds. It doesn't matter what your weight number is. It's how you feel. Get an amen on that one. It doesn't matter your number. It's how you feel. So if a 100-pound person says, oh, I've gained 5 pounds, I feel so bloated. Someone else 150 pounds says, oh, I've gained 5 pounds, I feel so bloated. It doesn't matter. You still have a feeling in your own skin. And so we don't want to be shaming someone because they're either too thin and shouldn't complain about weight, or too heavy and should complain. That's not what we're doing. What we want to say is recognize your own body, your own feeling, and how do you feel in your skin? How do you feel in your clothing? So, yes, I believe that I'm thin. Okay, there are times when I think, oh, I'm a little too thin. Sometimes I think, oh, I need to be a little bit thinner. But what I want to say was I came back from 2 trips, and here's something that happens. When you travel, you're not in your own bed. You're not drinking all of the water that you need. You're not sleeping as well. You're in a different environment. It affects blood sugar. And I know that because the first time I had this experience, my blood sugar was high one time, and I'm like, but I haven't done anything different. And then we went, oh, but you've been traveling. Okay, so we can't control all of the foods that we're eating and that kind of thing. So I was traveling. When I came back and I was 5, 6, 7 pounds heavier, and then I had my goddaughter stay with me for 24 hours, and I had a couple of days of just junk eating with her, I noticed that my rings were tight. And I am, at this point, about 8 or 9 pounds heavier than I was a month ago. Why is that? I am dealing with inflammation. I've eaten pizza a couple of times. I've had hamburger rolls. I've had hot dog rolls. I've had chips. I've had French fries with gravy on them. Woo, gotta love the gravy on the fries. I've eaten outside of my norm now more often than not. So I'm not going to go on some extreme. I'm not going to go running 10 miles, which I wouldn't do anyway, but I'm not going to go on some extreme because, oh my gosh, I'm 8 pounds heavier, and I know it's not 8 pounds of fat. So guys, you need to hear this. If you've gotten to a place in your life where your weight is steady, stable. I'm not talking about like in my life where I was gaining and I gained 30 pounds straight for over the course of 2.5 years. If you are in a weight gaining mode, you've got to figure out how to stop that train from moving forward. So does that mean switching up, trying products? Some of you are just here for the information. Give a product a try. If we can help you by balancing your blood sugars and getting your gut bacteria or balanced so that you're not craving the junk food, we can help you to stop that train and reverse it and start getting you going in the direction that you want. When you've reached your level of maintenance, the place where you feel good, if you go and you travel and you're eating out of the ordinary, in less than a month, I did not gain 8 pounds of fat. No, I have gained 8 pounds. Some of it is going to be fat because the sugar that I took in that was not able to be used in my body was stored in fat cells. Okay, I got that. But a lot of it is inflammation. Inflammation that made it so I couldn't get my rings off. And that's when I just can sit back and go, this is inflammation. How can I work off the inflammation? And then the weight's going to come off of it also, right? So what did I do? A couple of things. One, I increased my BioCleanse because I needed to. When I traveled, things start to get sluggish. So I get a little bit bloated there. So I increased my BioCleanse for a couple of days. I'm not afraid that I'm going to have to stop work or that I'm going to have to sit by my toilet. That's not the way this works. So I can increase that or decrease that on a sliding scale of how I feel. That's the first thing. Second thing, I want to talk about this intermittent fasting. Everybody's all about intermittent fasting, right? Intermittent fasting just means that you're not eating all day long, okay? Too many times in America and across the world actually, you can go to any store at all, and you can have snacks or food. What happened to just being able to walk into the store to buy, like if I go to Lowe's or Home Depot, you want to go to a hardware store, but you come out with snacks? No. So we have food available to us 24/7. So here's what the intermittent fasting means. It means you eat breakfast, you eat lunch, you eat dinner. That's it. You don't eat anything in between. But someone says, but I'm hungry. I'm hungry in between. If you feel hungry in between your meals, that means your meal was not sufficient for your body. You were not satiated. So if you want to eat to satiety or satiation and you don't want to have that craving, because if you have cravings or snacking desires in between meals, your body is running on sugar. It's running on glucose. We eat and the glucose goes up, we have energy. And then we have that crash and we're hungry and we need that snack. So we eat, we have glucose. So what we want to do is we want to eat enough in breakfast of good fats, healthy fats, the protein. If we can get some veggies in there, that'd be great. But we want to make sure that we're eating something that's going to keep us good until lunchtime. We eat lunch, we eat a good healthy lunch that includes all of those pieces, the healthy fats, the proteins, the good carbs, and then it's going to last us until dinner. Okay? So what if we can't manage that? We have to have snacks. Grab that handful of almonds or walnuts or something that's going to give you some protein without giving you an insulin or a blood sugar spike. Okay, that's one way to do intermittent fasting. Here's the way that I can use it. And I don't do this all the time. Like I said, I came back and I'm 8 pounds heavier. I just feel bloated. I feel puffy. So I wake up in the morning. I'm not starving. And I mix my Slim with my Active in 20 ounces of water. And I drink that over the course of probably about 40 or 45 minutes. Take the dogs for a walk, and I just get that in my system so that it's starting to work on giving me energy and burning, getting my sugars being used the right way. Then let's say that's around 7:30 or 8. I'm really not hungry because I just filled my stomach with this liquid with Active and Slim. And then I will drink a lean protein shake around maybe 10:30. But I drink that lean protein shake. I use full fat milk. You can use almond milk, coconut milk, or full, just whole milk. Don't go with fat-free. Don't go with 1% or 2% because here's what happens. When you remove the fat from the milk, the sugar content stays, but now you don't have a buffer to slow down the conversion of that sugar into glucose into your system, right? So whole fat milk, almond milk, coconut milk, okay, those kinds of things. So I'll drink that at like 10. That holds me over easily until 12:30 or 1 o'clock. I then can eat a good lunch that's going to hold me over until dinner time. So that's my intermittent fasting. I skipped breakfast, except I had a lean at around 10. I ate lunch and I ate dinner, and I'm good. So what does that do for me? On Sunday, I was about 8 pounds heavier than I was a month ago. That was on Sunday, so here we are on Monday, and I weigh myself, and I already can start moving my rings, and I can feel, because Sunday I did that whole thing. I did lean only, and then I did my lunch, and then I did a dinner, and that was it, no desserts. And this morning I already started feeling better. I increased my BioCleanse just a little bit to help things move. Again, I'm feeling better. So when you're thinking about what you want to do for your weight loss, if you have a weight loss journey that you want to be on, number one, I'm going to recommend that you take a look at the line of products that Plexus has that are targeting weight loss. And what they're going to be helping you with, it's going to be blood sugar balance, because that's key in getting to a place where you don't feel hungry all the time. So you want to balance your blood sugar. You want to not absorb as many of those carbs that get converted into glucose. So our new product Balance is going to be a good thing to look at. Active is another drink option that you have. So instead of drinking an energy drink or a recovery drink, you can do Active, and that's going to help get you that motivation and that energy to go out and walk. So get yourself moving. And then I always say the ProBio 5 and BioCleanse, because we want to get everything on the inside working well. But we have these wonderful products that can help you, support you on this weight loss journey, instead of jumping onto the latest fad or the latest dietary theory. You might have, you might be gluten sensitive, like a lot of people are. And if you're still trying to eat gluten, you're going to struggle and will not lose the weight that you want to until you let that go. And you'll know that only by doing some kind of an elimination. But again, we want to, I want you to look at these things and going, okay, I've got options. I don't have to be strict keto or strict Mediterranean or strict vegan. You can, unless that's the choice that you want to be on, you can work with supplements and making changes that are bio-individual. They are specific to you and how your body responds and how your body has the best energy, okay? If you have any questions about it, pop them in the comments and I can come back and check later. But this is I just wanted to share that idea. And again, I believe that this versions of intermittent fasting are really, really powerful. They're very successful if you are doing them properly and not just saying, hey, well, if I only eat between 12 and 6 and eat as whatever I want, it's not going to bring you what you need. You need to make sure you're getting all of the right nutrients through it. But I know Plexus products are going to help you and support you in that. So have a great day. And like I said, any questions, pop them in the comments and I will answer them when I can. See you later.